Interwebs.com.
Every time the beat drop.
Fantastic. Hey, good opening, Mario. We got a new guy in the tech. Hello, everyone. It's Save and Continue, live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is, again, our soundtrack. We are coming to you live from the Interwebs studios in lovely Mastic, New York. My name is Kyle, and joined by me, as always, is the lovely, incomparable Frankie Justino and Nolan Rummel. How are you, fellas? Good as always, I'm assuming.
Pretty good.
Fantastic, fantastical. It's March, and lots of stuff is happening. Like we said, this was a very busy week. We got a ton of topics that we definitely are absolutely not going to get through to. Like, we got a lot. I didn't even do that much research. Yeah, tech, video games, everything's been going down this week.
Trying to keep people inside.
Trying to keep people inside, man. The warm weather is coming, so this show is not going to do very well soon, because nothing's going to pertain to us. Anyway, we're live in the Interwebs studios, number A. What are we going to talk about today? We got some apps that are just awful, a couple of video game things. All right, so you got Revelations from Resident Evil 2 is coming out. City Skylines, another game we're going to cover. You were talking about the reception we're going to, tons of tech things have been happening. Lots of interesting stuff. Anybody playing anything? I feel like we always do a recap in the beginning. I know you're probably not playing any video games, but I'm hoping one day.
I would be playing Cities. I would be playing Cities if my computer wouldn't die if I loaded it.
You gaming on a MacBook is just, it was screwed from the get-go, my friend.
Dabbling a little bit of Nice Old Republic.
You said you picked that up for your PC, the original.
I'm playing a little bit of it. I finally, see the thing with me in RPGs, it takes me a little while to start new games, to build a character.
Oh, it takes me, I'm committing a whole day to just building the character.
Yeah,
It has to be perfect from the nose width to their
Nights
powers.
is the kind of game that's been around long enough that there's so many guides for just how to build the perfect character. And so I just did that, and I followed that, and I played about maybe an hour or two.
Oh, interesting. You looked up prior to, because I do that all the time for RPGs, like what's going to be the
I
most
don't usually do
beneficial,
that.
But I don't remember you doing that.
No,
often.
I
It's funny
don't
that you
usually
did
do.
that.
It's because I played the game once before when I was a teenager, many
it's
years
an old
ago.
game.
What?
It's an old game.
Early 2000s.
Oh,
And
it's getting up there now.
Yeah, it is
Didn't they just
now.
have, like, a
It's
10th
over a
anniver-
decade.
They had a 10th anniversary recently, actually. I think we covered it on the show. We said happy birthday to Knights of the Old Republic for 10 years. I think we did, yeah.
I don't remember. All I know is that
look it back up.
it's
Well,
just
if not,
it's
happy
still as
birthday.
cool.
It's
It
classic
really is
game.
timeless. If nobody has, if somebody has not played it and they're interested
Yes.
in maybe playing an RPG, especially Star Wars, it's the thing to do, because actually that game is the reason why I even like Star Wars. I wasn't even a Star Wars fan until that game. It's what kind of pulled me in the whole universe.
I wish you could take a poll.
I
from,
didn't
how
watch the
many
movies.
Yeah.
I didn't see the movies before the game.
I want to take a poll how many people got into Star Wars not through the movies. Because I bet you that'd be an interesting number. Like how many people got it through the video games.
Oh yeah, it's such a large franchise that there's just so many outlets and gateways.
That's
to
what we were just
Star
talking,
Wars.
because they announced a standalone movie recently.
The
didn't
side
they?
movie, yeah.
Which one was that again? That was they
Rogue
have a
One.
couple. Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Very
If
exciting.
it's a squadron movie, I'm all for it.
That's what I mean. That's what I was talking about before the show. Is Star Wars is one of those series that James and I have read the books, and there's a universe that is just massive, like huge.
You
and they could
revamp it for another 100 years.
Yeah, well, everyone kind of got skeptical when they were making more Star Wars. Like, why are you ruining an already perfect series? And I'm like, no, the prequels are there, so it's not perfect, first off. Yeah. And secondly, it's a huge universe. There is so much you can do, from the Rogue One story to Han Solo's kids, and there's a whole arc behind there. And just talk to our friend James McGuire, who's been on the show multiple times. He will lecture you for hours upon hours of all the stuff that you
You'd
did
get
not
an
know
education.
happened. Yeah, you get it.
I just like how
Education.
Star Wars is very, I mean, to call it iconic is obvious to anybody, but it just has such unique elements to it. The sounds, the shapes,
John Williams, baby.
everything, the music. So it's just such a rich universe for, a sci-fi story.
And as
You know?
expansive as it is, I feel like somebody could create like an entirely new Star Wars world, and I'd be able to see it and be like, that's from Star Wars.
And it's big enough that you could do that.
Yeah, you're absolutely. You could, whether it be like the ship design or the way the characters spoke. I feel like one of those tiny subtle things you could be like, this is set in the Star Wars universe.
Which is
isn't it?
something Star Trek kind of lost. It was a little too much variation between worlds.
Oh, you'd get a very big argument for some
I'm just
people on
saying.
that. I'm agreeing with you. I'm a
Yeah.
Lucas hound over a Trekkie, but that's a very heated argument.
Yeah.
Lucas sound?
That's what they call it. Yeah. If you
Lucas hound.
were to call a Star Trek kid a Trekkie, they'll call you a Lucas hound. That's their insult. I
Never
don't really
heard that.
see it too much as an
I
insult.
never even heard Trekkie as an insult. I thought Trekkie was just a Trekkie. I think it was an
Well, I
insult.
mean, I don't maybe
I
not
thought it
an
was someone that
insult so
hikes.
much as that it's not positive. I don't really consider that a positive term.
I don't know. If I was a
Maybe
Star
if you're
Trek
in
fan,
the
I'd call myself a Trekkie.
Maybe among them.
It's the same way I call myself a nerd if I like
Maybe
video
it's just
games.
like those racist words where it's like, it's cool if we get to call each other that, but as soon as someone that doesn't watch it can't call me a Trekkie.
Which ones?
That's actually, no, that's like if someone called
I
me a
don't get that
scruffy
joke.
nerf herder, I'd be like, how dare you? That's our word. That's from Star Wars, by the
Well,
way.
there goes your Friday.
Yeah, right? Scruffy nerf. I might actually bleep that just for the sake of it. Will it be like 3 hours of work? Yes, but that's funny. Hey, moving on. Star Wars, always a good topic. We're going to cover more of that. They're actually coming out with the Star Wars Celebration later in April. We're going to cover much more when that happens because they're going to be debuting Battlefront, the new game, which is going to be amazing.
Who's they?
They're having a Star Wars Celebration. I don't know who's actually running it, but it's a big annual kind of thing that just, I guess they promote Star Wars.
Well, what is this, a physical convention? Is it an
I don't know
online
if it's a
thing? What do you-
convention, more if it's like a it sounds like a festival. There's more information on it available, but it's a celebration, so it sounds like they're going to provide cosplaying and people will show, as if they did it every year and they kind of just honored Star Wars.
Where is this?
I don't know where it's taking place.
Topher Grace's house.
Topher Grace's house. The only thing I care about is that they're announcing, or they're debuting some footage from Battlefront, which I'm extremely excited for because that game is the only reason I'm getting a console at this point, besides a PC. But moving on, anyway, I don't know if you guys heard about this story. Star Maker, a karaoke app available for iOS and Android, I believe, has been getting a lot of flack after it was discovered. Well, not discovered because technically they say it in the actual description for the app. The app it's a karaoke app that records your face and your audio, and it plays music and it's karaoke. What people don't know is that it actually records the audio and video and automatically posts it to the Star Maker karaoke YouTube page.
Oh, God.
So a lot of people are very
That's
angry
horrifying.
because they discovered a YouTube page where all what they thought was private selfies of them doing karaoke is now posted all in one perfect YouTube.
That is a gold
Wow.
mine.
But it's not illegal
Wow.
because they say specifically in the description for downloading the app, like in tiny fine print at the bottom, it does say that though. It says it will be posted to a YouTube
Did you post
page.
them up?
Did I post them up? No, we don't have the rights for that. No, we'd have to actually contact that person and be like, hey, is it okay if we embarrass you on yet another internet channel?
But it was alright if the company did it.
Yeah, it sounds
well,
like they're
that's
already
no-
blurring
so
the
it
lines.
wouldn't
of
matter.
legality.
You don't have
to-
Let's just
matter.
go after it.
You don't have to download an app to watch the shows, I'm saying. If you did, we could put that in there. Like, hey, anybody that downloads this app, we're going to turn your camera phone on and record video of you while you watch this. That's fine, but we can't do that. I'm a little pissed. I kind of would have loved to have seen myself on there. I know it would have been super embarrassing, but how funny would that be? It's just
Oh, you
like,
did it?
No, I didn't even know this app existed. Me sing? No, that's not funny.
Does it post your
That's
name
just sad.
also, or would you have to go in
I
and try and
don't
find it?
know. That'd be crazy if they actually posted the video and the title of the video was like Sarah Jessicason. That's an awful last name.
Sarah Jessicason.
Sarah Jessicason. I guarantee. Well, what was it? The SpongeBob one.
Oh, the really long?
Yeah. Schmitty Jagen Man
Schmitty,
Jensen.
Jurgen, Man Jensen.
Man Jensen. Echo the Dolphin game. Have you guys ever played that? Do you remember that game?
Yeah, it was a
It's
Sega game.
classic. Sega. I think it was on the Dreamcast.
Never
if I'm
played it
not mistaken.
myself, but
Recently, the creator, John C. Lillies, I don't know if it was revealed the information or if he actually put it out himself, but he admitted that he created the game, or it was an inspiration from an extensive ketamine trip that he was on. So the game Echo the Dolphin was a direct result of a bad ketamine trip, which, if you don't know what
as
ketamine
most
is,
video games probably were.
That's what I bring up this topic. What other video games?
Everything in
do
the
you think,
Nintendo franchise.
What do you think was created on a
Everything.
bad
Mario.
Rainbow Road.
Oh,
For
that
sure.
definitely was.
Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask,
You know what's messed
definitely.
up? They explain why Link cries when he puts the masks on in that game. I won't get too deep into it because it's very specific, but it's a dark, like, little side fact from
It's a dark game.
It is.
Legend of
People don't
Zelda
realize that.
Majora's Mask is my favorite one, and it's very dark.
Very dark.
Very,
But,
very mature theme.
Tim
It's
Schafer's
for the kids.
Psychonauts. Definitely made on an acid trip.
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts was bizarre. But that led me to think, like, how many games realistically... Because Harry Potter was written in a pub. She wrote all those stories drunk, hammered in a pub. So
Yeah,
just-
really?
It's
Yeah.
a children's book.
So, you know, it was non-alcoholic beer, so
Yeah.
it was England. But how many games do you think now? That's crazy to seem like. It probably is a reality that a lot of games.
Did you say Yingling? Yinglings have alcohol in it.
I know.
Those are
but,
that was my favorite beer when I would drink.
Of course it is.
I don't know. They were better than the rest of the crap.
I don't know. I mean, beer in general is pretty bad.
Yeah, beer sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
a liquor kind of guy.
We're just talking
Smirnoff?
tequila. I can use a shot right now.
Do you still drink? No, you
I don't drink
No,
anymore.
I didn't think so.
No.
Because it's got like wheats in it and stuff, or at least beer does.
What?
Something. Doesn't beer have wheat in it? Well,
Well, I have no problem with wheat.
Yeah.
I have no problem with wheat at all. Just without getting into it, tequila is awesome. So I just
Cut away,
like
I want to
tequila.
drink my coffee. Thank you. You can't show the logo.
It's tequila in the coffee.
Good idea for next week.
By the time the show's over, we're just like, oh. So yeah, we were playing this
Thanks
video
for
game.
watching in radio. Nolan, you like this. Recent story popped up where a kid has blown a small amount of money.
Does that need to be bleeped?
I don't know, Bonnie, does that need to be bleeped? Okay, we're just not going to bleep it and we'll just pretend it never happened. It wasn't a curse, just highly inappropriate.
There was some intention.
So, Context. A 12-year-old or 13-year-old child was gotten into a lot of trouble. Can I say child without any laughing now? Or are you going to be mature about it?
What happened to this kid?
I'll tell you what happened to the kid, Frankie. He spent a large amount of money on FIFA players in the FIFA video game, which I didn't know you could do.
What, with his mommy's credit card?
Yeah,
yeah.
but you can purchase
Like the
player
Ultimate
packs?
Team?
I don't know. Apparently he bought multiple player packs.
Yeah.
And he wasn't
That's
sure if the
stupid.
$100 charge was going through when he did it. And after doing it multiple times, he racked up a $4,500 bill.
Someone's
based on
grounded.
buying players.
He's got all the Michael Jordans and Derek Jeters he could get now in the game.
Two different sports, both of which are not soccer. Close enough. But that's crazy. I didn't even know FIFA you could buy player packs. I knew they had DLC, but how does that work? Can you just unlock them?
It's the Ultimate Team. You buy card packs, and you can slowly build your team, and it's kind of like drafting, but you have no control over the draft, and then you take those players online
Because
against
we
other
played
people's
FIFA, and I'm like,
Ultimate
how did that
teams.
work? Because
It's
you
an
bought them
online-
in the game with virtual money.
It's mostly an
Speaking-
online feature.
Speaking of player packs, actually,
makes
John
sense.
Oliver, last week tonight,
Yeah.
he was just talking about the NCAA, and
Oh, I thought
he
he was,
actually
like,
talked about
releasing a
how
pack. I was like, what?
he talked about how NCAA 2009, the video game, they don't sell it anymore because there was a lawsuit against it because players in the game were not paid for their likeness.
Yeah.
That's a very common thing.
I didn't know that at all.
South Park did that too. They were
Well-
like, they made a whole joke about college athletes being indentured slaves. Like Edward Carden walks in as a slave owner, and he's like, "How do you keep them in line?" And it boils down
You
to like
beat that,
they
right?
are
After I lent
making-
it to you?
No, John Clancy has it.
How did you not? No, John beat it.
Oh, he
Why
did?
did? But
He
why
beat
didn't
that
you beat it?
fast. I don't know. I just got.
It's not a
I
cool-
got
it's a-
stuck. I admittedly got stuck at a part. It was the zombies that regenerate their lives. After a certain period of time, even if you knock them out, they would come back to life after a certain period of time. And I had versed 2 of them, and they kept going back to life on me, and I got stuck in a paradox.
Really?
Yeah, I'm admitting it. I couldn't beat it.
Oh, man.
I'll probably play it again when I have the chance, but I don't know. It's hard for me to get into RPGs. I don't know. I really have to like it. Skyrim took me months to even get invested in it, and now I'm just now invested in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta
I'm playing
find that
it
one
with-
thing.
Well, you played New Vegas.
Oh yeah, I'm still playing New Vegas.
And I would
beat
still-
New
I would
Vegas,
love to
I'm
play
still
New
playing-
Vegas.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It really that just gets me so excited for the next Fallout, which people have been rumoring for a long time now, about possibly being in Boston, which would be very cool.
That'd be
I heard nothing about that.
Because, well, it's rumored right now, so nothing's set in stone. But I'm excited, yeah, because Fallout 3 is arguably one of my favorite video games of all time. Like,
Now-
upon retrospect. I don't know if you ever played that, Nolan, but it is just flawless. From the beginning, teaching you how to play, to the very end of the story, giving them the options. It's just one of those games that's, whew,
It's cool.
shoof. Cool is an understatement.
It's a lot of walking around for me.
That's an RPG.
No, I know, but there's no transport system either,
Yeah,
right?
there is.
Oh.
You can fast travel. There's caravans that'll pick you up and show
What's
you
wrong
around
with,
stuff.
with walking around?
And yeah, even
That
when
was
you
a big
walked-
map, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to walk around.
But you play Minecraft.
Yeah, but that's
There was so.
entirely
The point
different.
is, there was so much happening.
If I
in
want
the-
something here, I'm gonna make it right.
If you're walking from point A to point B and it's a mile in game, you're gonna go through so much in between that
Yeah.
mile. Like they pack, and it's all
And a lot
randomized
happens.
too. You can die, come back. That same raider.
Well, I
group
like
is
the
gonna
whole
be there.
hardcore mode.
Yeah.
How you actually need to drink water.
Well, that's
You
a good
actually
mod.
need to
PC,
eat.
and
yeah.
fight
I
off
think
the
it's awesome.
radiation.
They
and
have
all
that in Skyrim where you will freeze eventually, so you have to build fires and warm yourselves up.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a mod.
They're
though.
getting. Oh yeah.
It's a mod.
Well, the New Vegas
Yeah.
is.
New Vegas is an actual mode
I
with
know
the
that.
hardcore mode.
Oh, when I beat it, I'm gonna do
It's
that
within
again.
the game.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can turn it on from the beginning.
That's cool because water is pretty much pointless beyond that. Like it's supposed to give your health,
If
but it gives
every
you, like,
RPG
nothing, you know?
in that, every Western RPG had that system, I would use it. Because Skyrim, Fallout, I love getting invested in those RPGs. Because
Yes.
if I don't get invested enough, I lose interest.
Like
It's
I
just
just
I'm playing
started,
a video game.
I just started blacksmithing in Skyrim, and that's been a whole day. That was a whole day of me playing Skyrim. Was just blacksmithing because it's a whole element of the game I never touched. Like now I have dragon armor, and I'm like unbeatable, and it's nuts.
You can enchant too. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, you see, I haven't even gotten into that yet. College of Winterhold, Magic, haven't even touched it yet.
They need to make Elder Scrolls co-op. The next one has to be co-op. It has to
That'd be
happen.
cool.
It
I
has
was
to.
pissed online
It
didn't
has
work.
to. I'm never gonna buy another Skyrim, but if they
You're
made
right.
it co-op, I would totally.
We'll discuss it over the commercial because we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we got lots more to talk about, including awesome leap buses in San Francisco, a bunch of other video games, popcorn time, Community on Yahoo Screen I'm going to bring up, and a whole lot more when we come back right after these messages. See you soon.
Hey, this is Chris Les Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com. For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
So there's my Friday. So there is my Friday. Thank you so much. The era ends, Frankie. The era,
era?
ends. What era?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The virgin language era. Because now my Saturday is pre-planned for me. Hey everybody, welcome back. Yeah, he cursed and I have to edit it afterwards. That's what it's about, because I'm lazy. Welcome back to Save and Continue. We got lots more to talk about. Moving on. Frankie, would you want to talk about Resident Evil Revelations for us? Because
Resident Evil
it's funny
Revelations.
you brought
Was it
that
a
up.
revelation?
No.
Frankie, tell us about the game, please. And you just
Resident Evil Revelations 2 is
Yes,
it looks to be doing justice to the survival horror series. The long-standing
Now, I bring it
original
up because
survival horror series,
you're-
not the action parts.
You're a very big Resident Evil fan, and the last couple installments have been less than amazing, in your opinion. So, I mean, does this, because Revelations isn't an actual sequel, right?
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Oh, it is a sequel. It's
Well,
not a
I mean,
prequel?
it's look at it this way: you can't take the the numbers in the Resident Evil title seriously because it jumps all around the timeline. I mean, I used to be so invested in the series. I knew every single little thing, every detail, and I still do. But I mean, I'm not following it anymore.
I mean, like, where would
I'm
it
past
fall?
Resident Evil now.
If you could put it in between
Revelations?
other games, yeah. Is there a way to do that as far as a timeline for us?
I have
'Cause
not
I haven't
played-
played it, but I know at least the order of the games. With like
well-
0 and
Well, Revelations 2, which is a sequel to Revelations 1 that came out last year, that actually did pretty well because
Yeah, I watched the Let's Plays. Very good.
yeah, me too. It was
Very
going back to kind of the survival horror, slower paced parts of Resident Evil. And for Resident Evil Revelations 2, they expanded on that and they made it actually episodic like a TV show. And it actually reminds me of The Walking Dead big time. Yeah, the way that
nice.
they do it, they do like next time on Resident Evil, like that kind of thing.
No, it was Revelations 1 or 2, the port from PSP. Because one of them is a port. One, because I remember watching it, everyone going, "This is amazing that this is a PSP."
Revelations was unportable.
Yes,
And-
originally.
What?
That's where it originally came out on, right?
It was originally
Correct?
unportable,
Yeah.
and it moved to home consoles.
Wow, that's nuts.
But Resident Evil Revelations 1 did pretty well generally with both crowds, especially the old school Resident Evil fans. Me, I wanted to play it, but I still really wasn't interested in the series enough at this point because I was struck down too many times after just being disappointed after iteration after iteration. Ever since
I was
Resident
there
Evil 5.
first perspective to see that.
Yeah,
so
I
firsthand.
still remember Resident Evil 5 was on I played that, I think, what birthday was it?
You had me
I was
download-
18.
You had me create a Japanese Xbox Live account because they had access to Resident Evil
demo.
5 demo for the American
Yeah.
audiences.
I
That's
did.
how committed you were. And then the
Yeah.
game came out, we played it, and we played it online together, and just every night you were...
Oh, me and you went into the city for the
Yeah, we win the Kajuju hunt for that.
Kajuju
wow.
hunt. Yeah,
we
with
participated in this whole thing.
Yama and friends of BioHaze.
From BioHaze.
.com.
Shout out to the guys
Resident Evil
at
fan site.
BioHaze.com. We should talk to them. They can come on. We can bring him on. He should come on and talk about that. At least
Yama.
when's the next Resident Evil game coming out?
I don't know, but this is let me get
Because it'd be relevant.
let me get to my point here. All right, I don't care about Resident Evil 7. It is being made right now. I don't really care about the series anymore because it's just kind of it's left too much of a bad taste in my mouth at this point that I really can't see any chance of me getting back into it unless they retconned back to maybe Resident Evil 5 or a bit before that, okay? Because Resident Evil 5 I'm not a fan of at all. I'm not a fan of the story. Elements of it were okay, but everything after RE5, I think it just became way too confusing, especially with Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 should have never happened.
There's
It
no
didn't
reason
happen.
they can't do that because it's recently been announced Neil
Aliens.
Blomkamp is doing
Aliens.
Aliens,
Right,
and
they're
they are
retconning Aliens.
disregarding
I know.
3 and Resurrection, which is
Right.
great. So why can't Resident Evil do that?
Well, first off, Revelations vocally,
I liked Resurrection, by the way. Alien 3 sucked, but Resurrection wasn't bad. The one where she comes back 200 years later as a clone. And what's the guy from Sons of Anarchy who plays Clay? Ron Perlman.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Love him.
yeah, Ron Perlman's awesome. But Revelations 2 takes place after 5. They express
does
it in the game. They actually reference 5 in the game, which is cool. I like when the games reference each other so they're not just seeming like they're standalone seasons like freaking Dexter was on TV, never referencing the old seasons. Dexter, Jesus. No,
We
I
won't get
think
into
back.
Dexter.
It's a whole other
That's
thing.
a- that's
no,
so open.
it's really sad. Rest in peace.
It's an open wound.
It died.
I mean, I was out of there by season 4,
Yeah.
so I don't even...
But Revelations
Rob
looks
is
to be
trooping
the
on.
Resident Evil game that has the integrity of the earlier games. The writing isn't too bad for a Resident Evil game. The pacing, the pacing isn't bad at all. I'm watching my favorite Let's Players because that's the best way I see games now. Two best friends.
You and 40%
Matt
of the
and Pat.
gaming industry at this point.
Yeah, well,
That's not a shocking
but
thing at
Matt
all.
and Pat, two best friends, play. I love
you
them
still
so much.
watch them? Wow.
They're my favorite ones.
Yeah,
I
they've
think
been
they're.
around for a while.
I would love to meet them. But
Just shake their hand.
Resident
once.
Evil, they're playing Revelations 2 right now, and even they're saying, wow, this is really good. I expected it to suck. And it's going back to the pacing of just even Resident Evil 4. Like the pacing feels very Resident Evil 4-esque, which I thought had amazing pacing, Resident Evil 4. I think Capcom is really experimenting right now with Revelations 2 with the episodic content because it's like TV show episodes. So they could, they could probably manipulate it as the story goes on
Hey,
a bit,
what's
unless it's
Half-Life?
already made. I don't really know, but
It's probably already made.
it's probably already made.
You know them.
For Resident Evil 7, I could see them after how they saw 6 got received, which it wasn't received well. It sold a crap ton, but it wasn't really received well review-wise. but Revelations and Revelations 2 is being received generally really well. It's doing really good. And that's why I think they're really starting to find out what the sweet spot for new and old Resident Evil is. And it's taking way too long for them to realize that. But I guess it's better late than never.
Sorry, we got some chatter in the chat room. Cubone!
No
You
way.
don't like RPGs because, I don't know if I can say that word. Am I allowed to say that word? He called me a slut.
Well, he's accurate.
Hey, Cubone, well, thank you for stopping by and talking to us, first off. Like I said, actually, you know what? That makes sense because I put it out on Facebook for people to watch, and I said be as mean as humanly possible.
Wait, so
continue.
what was this comment? I don't play RPGs,
He's like, you don't like
you're a
RPGs
slut.
because you're a slut, and is there even anything on that Mac? You're right, there's nothing. I'm just lying to you right now. This is off.
Kyle's a professional actor. He was
I'm
on
a professional.
Letterman.
You think this is
He
real.
was on Letterman for 5 seconds.
Yeah, he was. Yes. I was on Letterman twice, and they cut me because that gosh darn governor talks for too long. Elizabeth Warren. No, she's a senator.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
She was very nice.
Listen, anyway, Revelations 2, good direction for the series. It's great direction for the series. So I'm happy that Resident Evil's kind of finding itself again because it had a serious identity crisis. Serious identity crisis.
And then it dyed its hair and it started cutting itself. It was a mess.
Yeah.
Kyle is a professional baker. Who is this? And why are you calling me a baker? I don't know. It's not a bad insult.
I think that's like the most opposite thing
I'm
that
confused, but that's fine. Let's move on a little bit here. Five Nights at Freddy's. Have you played that game?
What is
Remember
it?
that
Sorry.
Five Nights at Freddy's, the horror game that came out?
you are. Have you played Minecraft?
Can I get to my points of why I brought it up?
Go ahead.
It's free. What, me?
Go ahead. Five Nights at Freddy's. What happened? We heard about it.
My mic is good. Five Nights at Freddy's is free. Five Nights, the sequel is free on Android for a limited time. I found
For
that
5
out.
nights?
For 5, that'd be cool. I don't know if that's true, but they should do that. I played it yesterday for the first time because my friend brought it up to me. He has it on an Android phone. He's really good. It's better. I played the first Five Nights at Freddy's, and I thought, what could they possibly do to make a sequel? Because there's 4 of them now. There's like 3 or 4 or 5.
Three.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know how you can do so much.
My
with
little
it, but
sister plays it now.
It really is a fun
Really?
game.
Yeah.
Really? Is that like?
Well, see, when the first one came out, I thought it was really cool because I love horror games, and this was the first time in years I actually thought a game was kind of really creepy, you know. And then they made the sequel, and the other sequel it lost its touch, in my opinion. But it showed it to my little sister, and it was scaring the crap out of her. And she plays it now. But I'm more interested in the whole backstory of how that game came to be. The creator actually was making Christian games. And
And then he took some ketamine?
Yes, and some ketamine. And then he ended up
You
making
got
a
it.
demonic Chuck E. Cheese accidentally instead of Jesus Christ. But with the
Happens
whole,
to me all the time.
It happens. That's why you do drugs. And
give us the update.
he pretty much
I thought for sure that was James.
No, James wouldn't be Cubone.
No, he would have cursed already or said
No,
something
James.
incredibly inappropriate on the chat room. So I apologize to whoever it is. You know, don't tell me. This mystery is fun.
Well, he knows what you've done.
What I want to talk about though is Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, I don't care about that.
The demo just came out. Really?
I've never played Final Fantasy really. mean,
I know.
Didn't Final Fantasy 13 come out and everyone hated it, and then they redid it or something?
Well,
and then-
13 had Resident Evil syndrome.
How many-
It tried to be something it wasn't.
How many
There
Final
already been
Fantasies
like
are there?
30 of them? Like, ugh, who cares? Just play
It's
Smash.
It's looking really good. I'll play Smash.
Stop playing Final Fantasy and just play Smash.
Right?
Do you guys have anything to add on to Final Fantasy 15? 'Cause I could
really-
talk about this forever.
It probably
You'd be
looks
alone.
amazing.
I know nothing about Final Fantasy.
The demo's
I
looking good.
apologize.
The demo's looking good.
Demo's looking real good.
I'm happy the direction it's going in. It's same thing with Resident Evil. There's good things coming out this year. Halo, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy. It's
Oh, yeah.
going in a good
It's a great
direction. It's
lineup.
coming back.
I'm not arguing that.
You know, I'm going to be interested in maybe playing a little video games again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hopefully you gotta get a new console or something first, right? You don't
Yeah.
have a new? But damn.
I'm just waiting for Minecraft 2.0.
Minecraft 2.0. If that is ever
Can't wait.
released, I will burn down Mojang. Before we go to commercial break, let's cover one more thing. Popcorn time. We've talked about this a couple times. You still remember that?
What is that?
It is destroying Netflix now. Like
Popcorn time?
Popcorn time is a Netflix alternative where it is free, and instead of having to download anything or pay for it, like with a torrent, it's just streaming. It's basically streaming torrent. You download the Popcorn Time app, and it has like a way better selection than Netflix, and it's free, which everyone's going for.
Yeah.
And then it only allows streaming for high quality video files, so everything you watch is good.
HD.
It's in your 720 or at least like a high quality 480i. So
they're
it's destroying Netflix. Like,
And they're torrents?
They take from torrent sites. So whereas you would go to any torrent site and download the actual file and download it and have to rip it through the program and stuff, this one is just you download the app and it streams. It's basically torrenting for people that don't know how to torrent.
Now, are you sure destroying is the right word?
Yes,
Is that a bit of an
because we brought
exaggeration?
that up, we brought it up earlier a couple episodes ago that it was a threat, and it has since become it's become more than a threat. It's actually starting to see like an actual physical negativity in Netflix.
It's doing physical harm to Netflix.
Yeah. In the sense that their sales are going down for sure. I don't know how
Everyone's walking around
Financial.
Netflix's building like, ow.
I just realized the Cubone is actually
would.
Cubone.
Yeah.
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 Netflix is supreme. I mean, you know what? I don't even have a horse in this race because of Hulu.
Yeah.
And
you're a
I feel like
Hulu
anytime
man.
I bring up Hulu, I'm going to get beat up because people just hate it so much.
If there was
because of the
one
ads.
thing to attach to Kyle Melnick and his
Hulu.
life, it would be Hulu, because I feel like that's everything
Hulu
about
Plus.
you describes Hulu.
Hulu Plus.
Yeah.
Oh my, Hulu for free? No. Everyone hates Hulu because of the ads, but you get
if I'm watching my
television
damn
shows-
show, that's all I care
You
about.
get your television shows the day after. Do you know how much money that costs to do that?
I'm
that kind of
warming
timely
up to
fashion?
Hulu.
Yeah, you hated it
I'm
at
warming
first.
up to Hulu.
I get it. You're paying the same amount for Netflix for ads, but you're also waiting like a year for anything good to come out on Netflix.
It's
That's
nice,
really-
but you're
Yeah, it's
definitely
terrible.
you're paying, really in exchange for brainwashing, because it's the same freaking commercial over and over
Seriously.
again. But it works.
But you can choose.
I'm not
yours now.
complaining.
Whenever I
Yeah.
get an option,
You can
it goes,
choose the
Which
commercial?
commercial do you want to watch? The Mazda whatever or the toiletry one? And I'm like, the toiletry one.
Oh, it's like saying, what
Oh,
gun do I
I
want to
know
use to
nothing
shoot
it
myself in the foot? Oh, do I want this Geico
Here's what you
commercial? Or do I want this Skittles commercial?
Here's what
over
you
and
do. When a commercial comes on, you stand up and you do something else for 30 seconds.
Jumping
and
jacks.
You sit back down.
Jumping jacks.
I don't get it. Is everyone that
There's
lazy?
nothing better than to make
Why
use of
not
your 30
Hulu?
seconds than jumping jacks.
Why not Hulu Flicks? That's good. My mind. Hulu Flicks time. You just combine everything. It's just a big streaming app that has every show on it immediately.
WallTargetHuluFlix.com.
Oh my goodness, it's a good idea. We're gonna steal that.
No, the thing that I like that I've been noticing recently about Netflix is they're saving a lot of shows and they're giving like Netflix
Yes.
original series. Like
Yes,
in a
yes,
week, I think it's like season 9 or season 10 of Trailer Park Boys comes out, which would have been off the air, and they
Yeah.
saved it. Arrested Development, they did what they tried.
It's
They
internet
tried.
portals. We were just talking about how Frankie dislikes Arrested Development. The new season.
No. I love Arrested Development.
I said the new
season
season.
4 that was just garbage.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
new
that's-
season was nice.
But like, that brings up, for instance, I mean, the big thing everyone's talking about right now in regards to that is Community, Back from the Dead. That's one of those shows
Yeah.
that's back from the literal dead, just through people leaving the show and arguments between the Chevy Chase and Dan Harmon leaving, and the show has just been shot so many times, but it has 9 lives, and it's back on Community. 2 episodes have been released officially on Tuesday, and they're great.
You know what's
Frankie's watched
coming
them.
next?
They're so good.
You know what's after season 6?
A
Oh, the
movie.
movie?
Yeah, it has to
But
be.
they already said they plan on doing more than just season 6.
I know, but they have to do the movie.
Oh, they're gonna do the movie
They have
for
to.
sure. How many jokes have they had of
And you
just,
know what
like,
they're gonna
6
make
seasons in a movie?
Yeah, I know.
So good. But I can't wait for it. The production value's up. What I like about the show is they're so much more confident in their humor now. Like when I watched the first episode, it took me, there was a couple times in the show I went back, rewinded it to get the joke. Just because they were so confident in it. They've abandoned all attempt to spoon feed humor to the audience, and I love that about the show. Like it really is just so confident that it has a fan base that's gonna watch it, and that it doesn't care about pissing anybody
I
else
think
off.
Jillian Jacobs looks like
She's great.
she's
blown up.
I love Jillian Jacobs, but she looks even better in this season.
The production value's up. Everyone's shinier and nicer and HD.
Everyone's
she's,
nice and
She
polished.
just got a big spot in Girls now, the show on HBO.
I haven't seen Girls.
She's very good. She was on Comedy Bang Bang. She was also amazing. She was very, very good. Yeah, Gillian Jacobs Community, I bring it up because internet portals are taking over now. And before that, had anyone ever heard of Yahoo Screen? Did you guys know they had a video section?
Well, yeah, it's where I watch most of my my videos and movies.
Yeah, I type in Yahoo Screen. I watch it exclusively because they have the rights for some reason to every SNL clip ever, so that you can search whatever you want for them.
I forgot Yahoo existed because that's
Yeah.
all I had the email address for it. That's it, and then I switched over to Gmail.
Yeah, so it was like,
That
why
was
would you
it.
go over there?
Like, buy Yahoo, never
Unless
to
you want
see it
news
again.
stories that came out like 6 months ago.
Oh, the most depressing news stories.
Yeah, right?
The most depressing news stories with the most depressing
A baby
comments.
seal was clubbed and no one got caught. That's Yahoo in a nutshell. We're going to take a quick commercial
There
break.
were
and
no
when we come
survivors.
back, we've got a list of some terrible apps Leap buses, and a whole bunch more after this commercial break. Stay with us. Save and continue.
I love you, Cubone.
Stay with us, Cubone. Camera.
Hey, this is Christmas Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com. For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
No, it's just like that.
Hello, welcome back. Save and continue. We're here. Video games, technology, internet.
Boom, done, let's go.
Boom, done. Show's over. We're quick. We're efficient. That's it. We got a list here. I read a recent a study that said 60% of the apps on the Apple
16
iStore,
or 60?
60% are never downloaded. So
Yeah.
60% of the apps that are put on the Apple Store are never even touched by anybody.
I believe
so I
it.
thought,
Yeah.
what are those apps that no one ever touches them? So I've compiled through a couple of lists some of the most worst or pointless apps available that you can download right now for free or for money. The free ones are the best though. Number one is iFrench Kiss. This is an app that accurately judges how well you French kiss by licking your screen of your phone.
Ugh.
We have a small picture of it, and
Hopefully
it is
very
just
small.
as awful as you can possibly imagine. That's it behind you right there. So it basically rates you. I saw a video. You lick your phone, and then like you got to score 13.
You're a horrible.
snoocher.
Oh god.
You're just a horrible snoocher. This app costs money too, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's an interesting idea.
Wait, so you just lick
How?
your phone?
How is
that
that
a
interesting?
representation?
How is it interesting? Well, I didn't think of it.
I mean, if it was interesting, if it worked somehow, like if it was accurately able to judge that. But I don't
I'm
know how
saying
licking-
interesting pretty loosely. It's
From just
definitely
licking
interesting.
your phone?
Just from licking your phone. Well, I mean, the actual thing is a guy going like, on his phone, which is disgusting. First off. Ugh, anyway,
Jeebus Christmas.
arguably just as stupid. Electric razor free. So it's free, but it simulates an electric razor. So that's it. That's the app.
What?
Yeah, it's just an electric razor.
Does it
Does it
vibrate?
vibrate?
No, it doesn't. But what I like about it is
Why wouldn't it vibrate?
I bring it up because this is the free one, which implies there's a paid version of this app.
The
so
paid one
maybe the
vibrates.
paid one vibrates. Yeah.
Look, if I want to have a genuine, razor blade
Shaving
app,
experience?
it should at least it should vibrate at
Yeah.
least. That's what I expect.
Make the noise.
I remember
Kind of some kind of
when
immersion.
the iPhone first came out, it was like the first guy that stepped off like out of the Apple store with it, got like on camera, and he was like, "Yeah, check out my new iPhone," and he like filled it up and then like drank
a
whatever the liquid was. He's like, "Yeah, I think I'll keep it," and everybody was like, "Whoa, technology!" And now it's just like this he's stupid.
My mom got an iPad, and the first thing she downloads is like the lighter app. So she's got like she shakes her iPad and she can like flick a Bic lighter. $300 iPad. And I really haven't seen her use it much beyond that.
Remember, EJ had the lightsaber.
Oh my God, that was even funnier because it was just you shaking
That
an
was so cool to
iPad
me.
violently.
Oh, it was just the iPhone. This
You were
was years ago,
asking for
too.
trouble. Look at that. Anyway, this one I like because I could use it. This is an app called I Am Important. And basically, it's an app that inserts fake contacts and fake events into your calendar to make it seem like you're important.
Like
so if
fake-
you don't have a lot going on, you can download this app.
Are
and
you serious?
It'll put in fake people.
Oh my God.
And it'll also put
Oh
in
my,
events.
you know -1 people. That's awesome. That's awesome.
It puts it.
I love that app. I'm gonna download it the second the show's over.
Oh my God.
That's
it
so
does,
great.
and then it actually like sends you push notifications. It puts events in your calendar, like you've got a benefit meeting with all these high class people.
That's awesome.
What do you do if you can't make the fake meeting? Oh, do you pretend to call them or contact them? You send them a text?
They'll send you a fake phone call so you can look like you're busy in front of someone. Like, what's that, Ted? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna make that big benefit for the charity event.
Before you know it, you're living a whole fake second life.
Yeah, right. Can't hang out tonight. I gotta hang out with my friends, and oh my God, they don't
I'm
exist.
sure somewhere it serves a purpose.
I highly doubt that. But I guess for someone super lonely, it might be. It has downloads.
Or if you're trying to trick
That's
somebody.
one that actually does have downloads.
There's gonna be
Trick
that
someone.
one time you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person, and it's fake notification. It's like, oh, I got for my fake meeting, and you just
Oh
take
yeah, well, you can get a
walk
fake
away.
text. You can get a fake text app where it's like you like hit the side of your button on your phone in your pocket, and it makes a text noise. You go, oh man, I gotta take that. Those are great. I had that download.
Well, at
for
that
a
point,
while.
you just say, oh, it's on vibrate.
Yeah, I guess. But you ever like see someone who goes like, who put their phone to their head, they start talking, and their phone starts ringing, and they're just like, oh
Nope.
sorry. Like they're obviously faking a phone call and they got caught. So funny. I think John got caught doing that once. Super hysterical.
Brutal.
Next app is something called Beef War, and this is an RTS game set in an alternate reality where the allies of World War II fought the Nazis with beef. And one of the so you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the game Risk, in a sense, where it was like each part of the cow was a territory you had to take over via beef meat.
Wow.
But what got me was the quote that they put in for the actual game to get you to buy it, and it's quote, 48 cuts of beef, 7 types of Panzer tanks, 1 in 10 strategy. I just like how it's cuts of beef and then Panzer tanks.
I am so confused right now.
I tried to sit down and figure out how the game would work, and I can't. I don't understand the
I
process
just
of it.
rewatched Inglourious Bastards again.
Have you seen Fury?
I have not.
So good.
I have
So
to see
good.
Fury.
If you
Actually,
like
just
a good
reminded me
World
to do
War
that.
II Brad
Shia
Pitt.
LaBeouf.
Fury.
Yeah, no, I'll
and
do
Shia
that.
LaBeouf is good in it. Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
I'm just gonna call him that from now on. LaBeouf.
Oh, the boof.
LaBeouf boof.
The boof killed it in that one.
The boof killed one. Here's something a little more positive. Soundwave technology in Australia has recently been showing very positive results for curing Alzheimer's. Somehow they invented some kind of sound wave gun that shoots a frequency at Alzheimer's patients, and they are actually able to recollect their thoughts, or it's actually able to somehow engage their brain again to the point where they can do that.
Well, the
not proven, but they've been saying in Australia this has been getting extremely exciting results. So it's just, I thought it was interesting that they're using sound wave technology to do that, like frequencies and CH.
It doesn't really surprise me because one of the most recognizable things to somebody suffering from Alzheimer's is actually music.
But that would make sense then.
You can, yes, from certain sounds, familiar sounds, you could really help bring somebody around who just does not know what's going on in their life because of Alzheimer's. You could bring them back to a memory or a time in their life where they heard that music. And it's happened before. It's awesome. So, you know, sound, sense of smell, a lot of those sensory things are very much attached to memory. So it makes sense to me that there's
Oh, I've
possibly
never even
something
heard
there.
that, so that does make sense though.
To say it's a cure, no. But
No, I didn't say cure. I said it's been showing very positive results for well, maybe I did say cure, but not actually curing the Alzheimer's. It's showing positive results for negating.
So it's like sound therapy.
More or less, it's what it sounds like. It's
Yeah.
not like they're shooting you once with a gun, you're perfect. It sounds like there's regular therapy treatments that you have to go to, and I'm sure if you stop doing it, you could probably revert back to your old state. But yeah, sound wave technology, not to cure it, but it's helping people recollect their thoughts and kind of, I think one of the particular stories from the article was that someone that was tested with this treatment was able to like recollect their son, or like he understood who his son was, and had not been able to do that for years beforehand. Which that alone was that's great. That guy recognized his son in like the last 5 years. Like even if it just goes to that extent, that's pretty impressive.
Wild stuff.
I mean, is it permanent? No, but geez, that's freaking cool, man. We're shooting sounds at people.
And at the age that you're getting Alzheimer's, nothing's permanent.
Why? How so?
Because you're mad old.
Cause you're old, bro. I don't see myself living to Alzheimer's anyway, so that problem is for you people.
Well, you don't. That's not how you get Alzheimer's. That age. But
Well,
that's a whole
no.
other
How would you get
conversation.
Alzheimer's then? Well, it's not. Is it hereditary? Right?
No, it's a lack of.
Doesn't it run in
it's-
families? It does, though.
It's not genetic. It's nutritional deficiencies, especially fat deficiencies.
I've heard genetics.
Poor hydration. No, genetics doesn't influence that. But you do end up getting Alzheimer's and forgetting things just from lacking certain nutrients, pretty much. So, what are you looking at?
It's a good question. What happens if you just sat there and started screaming at them instead? I don't think it would do anything.
Hey.
I think you would scare some people, which is pretty funny, but...
Fear produces results.
Do you remember your name? Yes, I remember it. Do you really? No, stop yelling at me. That's just like an interrogation.
Yeah. You make somebody say they've done
Results.
anything. You just gotta be loud.
Results, my friend. That's too funny. But yeah, sound wave technology, I think that's pretty interesting. I mean, Alzheimer's is one of those things that I feel like people have not had a good lock on the causes or the reasonings behind it.
No, it's very obvious. It's an easy one to prevent. You just need to treat your body right and your brain right, and you won't get Alzheimer's. It's that simple. It's that simple.
It's that simple. It's that simple. Stop getting Alzheimer's. There's no reason to.
Yeah, grow up.
Take care of yourself. You won't forget stuff.
You stupids. Goat Tetris. Have you seen Goat Tetris?
No.
Some guy made Goat Tetris. It's as stupid as it sounds, but it's so much fun. Basically, he just replaced everything. He has different shaped or different posed goats, I guess, in different, like he's got the L-shaped one from Tetris and stuff, and you have to stack them as if you would the blocks in the game, and the soundtrack is all goat noises. It's the Tetris theme, but with and it's great. It's available on browser. I highly suggest you play it. It's a great re-envisionment.
Was it from that Screaming Goat video?
No. I think it's from a different guy. It's actually from a guy. His YouTube channel is all goat based. Like he does a music video with goats, and he did a parody with. It's all goat related things.
I'd
Very
rather play
interesting.
that than another Bejeweled remake.
What if it was a goat Bejeweled?
No,
No?
that sucks.
No, it only
I
works in
hate
Tetris.
Bejeweled. We have to move on from Bejeweled.
I never played Bejeweled.
Good. Seriously, it sucks.
trying to remember
It's
what
the worst
Bejeweled
ever.
is.
Bejeweled's all right. It's a puzzle game. If you don't like puzzles, you're not gonna like that game.
Yeah, but it's weak. It's a weak puzzle game.
It's a weak puzzle game. What's the game where you have the gun and you shoot the bubbles? It's a classic. It's been in arcades
addicting
forever.
games, yeah.
No, it's like that arrow, and it has all the bubble poppers.
Oh, I
or
know
something.
exactly
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're
It's got
saying.
the dragons
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know. I
You
love
lost
that
me with
one.
the dragons. I just
Yeah, it's a little
remember
dragon mask.
Originally, I had a game that was similar to that for Game Boy, and it was Ballistic. I don't
There
know
was
if
a
you
million
guys ever
parodies
played
of that. Yeah, I can't remember the
was
specific name
throwback.
of it, like Bubble Popper or something like that. Anyway, we're gonna take
I
one
know
more
what you're talking
commercial
about.
break. But when we come back, we're gonna wrap things up. And yeah, when we come back, so much more. Thank you. Right? Nobody likes Bejeweled.
Good. My
I
man,
enjoyed it.
Cubone.
Bad in public opinion.
It is a weak puzzle game. Holler.
Transmission of lice occurs from being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like catching a cold or a flu.
You have guaranteed peace of mind in every bottle of Got Lice because all of our products are completely natural,
And organic.
but strong enough to cover all your lice removal needs while being safe and effective. Our professional technicians are specially trained with our exclusive proven technique to successfully comb out head lice. We come right to your home at your convenience.
Whenever you want us.
We bring everything needed to perform a successful and complete comb out while eliminating your head lice, and we leave you with our exclusive complimentary products to use for the next 10 days following our treatment.
For free.
Our technicians also check all family members who have been exposed to lice. Please visit us on our website today at gotlice.co or feel free to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 646-257-0121.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Enravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
Enravio.com wants you. Enravio provides the best in TV, film, post-production, and so much more. And we're growing. Right now, we're looking for a team of pros that can join us. So what are you waiting for? We need show hosts, production crew, marketing gurus, sales experts, audio engineers, lighting, visual effects, and camera crews. We want you. Go to enravio.com/join the team. For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit hansoncarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Welcome back, everybody. The final portion of the show before we have to leave. Wrapping things up, this actually pertains to you, Frankie. You've been talking about the game Bloodborne, correct? Was that you that brought it up? You excited for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually doing a deal, I believe it's over in Sweden, where if you donate blood, they actually give you the game for free.
What?
Yeah, there's a
that's
program
awesome.
going on where if you actually donate a certain amount of blood,
I
a
would
legal
totally
amount,
do that.
yeah, right?
That's
Why can't
cool.
we do that in the U.S.?
Yeah.
But it brings me to my next thing is creative advertising for games now. I feel like you can't just shove it in someone's face anymore. That's the kind of stuff that, like, for instance, not that it was positive, but a couple E3s ago when they had the game Dante's Inferno, they hired a fake group of people to come out and protest the game because it was anti-religious, just to drum up, like, attention for the game.
Yeah.
Not saying that's ethical or that was cool or if it even did anything, because the game did not do well, but it's just, I kind of feel like we're seeing an era of, like, really creative advertising in games in particular.
You're welcome.
Like what?
Oh yeah, the advertisers, like, this is all me. Bloodborne, the Dante's Inferno kind of did that. Halo has always had a very interesting kind of marketing plan.
Oh my God,
Destiny
yeah.
was done very well with all like the live people they do. They've been seeing a lot of A-class celebrities doing video game commercials. I mean, Taylor Kish was in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Sam Worthington was the voice of the character, the lead protagonist in Black Ops.
It's been going on for a few years now.
I know, but this is becoming much more predominant, and maybe as in the past you would kind of notice, oh, that is that guy, like, that does that voice, that is the actor. Now they kind of put that on the cover, almost in that sense. Like, it's just so
I don't
obvious.
see that as a new thing. I think that's really been going on this.
It's becoming more and more obvious, at least. That's becoming, like, abundant, but I mean,
Going back to even the marketing.
it's just creative. I
We
like
talked
it.
about it last show, right? With the Zoolander marketing. Like walking down the runway and he grabs the phone and throws blue steel on the
Oh yeah,
binder.
we were just talking about that. Everyone was like, "Oh, I can't believe Ben Stiller took that kid's cell phone on Paris runway. What people have to understand about that video is that the guy that had the phone out is an extremely popular Vine guy. Vinist? Vinist doesn't sound good. He's a very popular Vine guy, hundreds of thousands of followers, and that was a cross-promotion for the movie, because I guess their logic is Zoolander is already kind of catering to, not an older audience, but I feel like we're like the last kind of generation to appreciate entirely what Zoolander
That's
is.
because it was our generation.
That's what I mean. So I guess they're trying to cater to the younger crowd with Vine, and because like now the kids that are younger than us, they see us their celebrities are PewDiePie and Let's Players and stuff. Like they will identify with them more than actual celebrities now. So you see a shift in like this kind of entertainment. At least the affection with celebrities or where that is being placed.
Again, I think you're overthinking it. I think it just has to do with, just any kind of publicity is good publicity. You know what I mean?
See, if there's anything
But
I know normal movies, marketing is a science, and there is a reason
it's
everything. Even
right.
stuff you don't
Yes,
even realize.
there's a science, but I mean, it's really not that. I think big of a shocker that
That's
it's
why
on
I stopped
Vine.
playing. Sorry.
I don't think they're looking towards any particular age group, because Vine is a pretty universal thing as far as I know.
I don't know.
I thought it was dead.
Yeah.
I thought it was dead for a while until that happened. I hadn't seen anybody on Vine or a Vine video in forever. I thought that was just kind of
all these apps that you see that have been popular over the years, they're still there. They're still being used
the
by
point is that they're
people.
utilizing it in that big a way still. That's impressive to me that they would go to Vine for that. I feel like there's a million other ways you could have advertised that more. Not that it wasn't a good idea, it's just I was surprising me that they went to Vine. It's just I thought that I hadn't heard about it in a while. It's definitely dropped the attention
Vine.
of the public.
It's a good Vine.
Absolutely. You used to see
really
commercials
funny.
where Vine guys were the stars in commercials. I don't see those anymore. I think because the apps that come and go, obviously. Now the new one is Meerkat. We talked about it last week. Is
Vine-
live streaming directly through Twitter.
Vine had its time.
It's all like just
Vine is dead. Yes, thank you.
It's
and
just-
you're also right. That's why I stopped playing Destiny. Was because you're still playing Destiny. My God, good for you. Holy crap.
Well, apps.
You got like.
It's just app masturbation at this point. Because there's gonna be new apps every few months, and it's gonna be the next new thing. That's why I stay out of it. I'm not saying not utilize these
Except for
apps.
Tinder.
What?
Except for Tinder.
No, I don't even use
Frankie
that.
has Tinder Pro.
I do not use Tinder. I do not use Tinder. No, but apps are cool. I just don't really see too big of a difference between each one that comes out.
There isn't a big difference. That's why you see Vine die because there's going to be a
Well,
million
Vine
other
was
apps
like
that do
absorbed
that.
because now
Snapchat does the same
Instagram
thing.
also
Instagram does the
auto
same
plays and they play on a loop. That's exactly what Vine
Exactly.
does. It's
all
just
those
it's
apps.
like it's all getting absorbed.
That's why
into
you
the bigger,
will see a
into the
decline in
bigger app.
Ustream and all those Ustreaming apps after Meerkat because
Yeah.
it combines two apps into one and people just want that one overall solution to everything now.
Yeah.
That's like their go-to. They want one device that does everything for them. And that's kind of where we're heading in this industry. You see with iPhones and stuff and Android phones, especially Android phones, because you can do, you have a Galaxy
S4.
You can do amazing things with that. Chris Robrecht has that. And he uses it as a remote control for his television. He hacked it without even jailbreaking it. It's a really impressive device.
Well, you can tear into
exciting.
Android like light.
It's an
yeah.
open source program.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
There's night and day difference between
Level
iOS and-
32. God, oh my God, that is. Whew. So what? You're like a hunter, or because I played as hunter. Did you ever even end up playing Destiny, Frankie, or you just straight never played it?
No, I wanted to give it a shot because I heard the controls and gameplay is awesome.
It was great. I didn't
Aside
even
from the design, that it's just repetitive
Oh yeah,
over and over again.
That was an argument that came up recently was that that RPGs have just become grind machines. That there really isn't anything beyond that at this point.
Not all of them.
Depends, yeah.
Or at least that a lot of the games are heading in that direction, because that's where,
No.
but that's what Destiny was.
No. I think, again, that's just a generalization. Not every RPG is heading in that direction. If anything, we're getting back, I think, to just what these games were really about. Like I was trying to say about Final Fantasy 15, it's looking like it's in a really good direction. It looks beautiful. It's playing beautiful. It's open
How
world.
many times we said that, though?
What?
That's my new thing now, is just getting too excited over that kind of stuff. I almost cursed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The demo just came out, and people are actually enjoying it.
Yeah, but wasn't the Resident Evil 4 demo good?
Resident Evil 4 didn't have a demo.
Well, the 5 one was good.
5? Resident Evil 5 demo was really good.
That's what I mean. Game was sucked. I won't base it off demos anymore.
Right, I
So
understand that.
disappointing.
But what I'm trying to say is that RPGs, there are the ones that are grind fests, but there's still ones with integrity. Xenoblade, I'm actually really excited for the new Xenoblade. I have not played the original Xenoblade, but I've always wanted to. So I would hope that I have a Wii U by the time Xenoblade. I forgot the name of what's the new one? Xenoblade what?
I have no idea.
I forget the new one. But
Wrong
I really
trademark.
want to get that one.
Yeah, I mean, Cubone, you're right. At least in Destiny's sense, that's why I stopped playing. Was because it was just after we lost the loot cave, the game wasn't the same anymore. But yeah. But anyway, people always enjoy demos. They do because you don't get enough of it to actually realize what it is, and that's kind of like I'm avoiding pre-orders now because you're buying a game that's not done yet. You know, and you're giving them money for something that isn't in existence, and it can be crap. And that's why I'm done with that kind of.
That's a big chunk of games, but it's not all of them.
It's a majority
but-
of the games at this point.
Yeah.
I would absolutely say. Why would I pre-order?
I disagree.
Now with digital downloads, what is the point of pre-ordering anything besides getting the 96
disc
GameStop bonus skins?
It's only the games that are getting the most attention that seem like they're unfinished. There's still a lot of games that are being pumped out, or I shouldn't even say pumped out, that are getting nice TLC, and they are.
Is that correct? Xenoblade Chronicles 3D? Is that what you're saying?
Might be 3D. I don't know if it's 3D. I don't know. It's Xenoblade Chronicles something. I forget.
Might be 3D.
So it's probably that. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So there's still really good games coming. Like for example, there's this one game that I wanted to mention. The art direction you would appreciate, Nolan, is Ori and the Blind something Forest. I'm forgetting the name.
Ori and the Blind Forest. I think.
Blind Forest. Yeah. It looks absolutely incredible.
Alrighty. Well, we got out of time there, but we're going to talk about that next time. Ori and the Blind Forest. Do you have more
Yeah.
information?
If you want to talk
Cool.
about
We'll
art,
talk about that
it's definitely a thing to talk about.
We'll talk about art. We talked about music for a whole episode, I think, once, or at least half the episode was
Man,
all
art
about.
sucks. Music sucks.
Says the marketing guy. Says the artist on Photoshop. Anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. Thank you, Cubone, for stopping by. You should stop by next week because you're actually really funny. That lice thing had me and Nolan laughing for like
That
20
was
minutes
funny.
before we started back. Anyway, we'll be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with more video games, technology, and the internet. Thank you so much for stopping by. InRadio.com/live-stream. Thursdays. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye, Cubone.